Howdy y'all, today's video is about a bear that sneaks into a candy store to steal gummy bears. Did it make him happy? Did he get very good customer service? Did he leave Yelp reviews? I'm Purdy Brock Jenkins. Let's get into it.
It's Purdy Brock Jenkins. 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 It's Purdy Brock Jenkins.
Have you heard about the latest heist, Jimmy? Not your usual cat burglar, more like a bear burglar. A bear? What did it swipe? A pot of honey? Even better, gummy bears. Marched right into a store, paws and all. A bear in a candy store? That's not something you hear every day. Just strolled in, like he'd own the place. You're kidding. A bear with a sweet tooth? That's like something out of a children's book. Did it cause a ruckus? Surprisingly, no. It was more like a peaceful protest. Just grabbed a pawful and plopped down in the aisle, like it was enjoying a picnic. Did it do the whole Goldilocks routine too? Checking out which gummy bear was just right? He sat under the security camera like a ham, munching away, like he was settling in for a Netflix binge. Maybe it was auditioning for a commercial. Gummies so good, they attract wildlife. Or maybe it was giving us a message. Life's very complicated, so stick to gummy munching. The perfect sticky escape to life's growls. Just a bear and his gummies. Did anyone try to stop it? Karen, the shop owner's wife, she was more amused than alarmed. Just a sweet tooth, she said. Like she's talking about a naughty toddler, not a wild bear. Like she found a kid in a cookie jar. Imagine finding the innocence in a bear looting your store. Oh, Purdy, to live a bear's life. No worries about diets or being judged for your candy choices. It's like a bizarre fairy tale, isn't it? Goldilocks and the three bears reversed. This time it's the bear raiding our pantries. He could have taken anything, Purdy. The chips, the sodas. Why just the gummies? You think he was on a mission from the Gummy Bear King? I think he was just hungry. It's like a heist from a children's cartoon. What's next? Deer and diners? There's a Disney movie in this, Jamie. You think it left a Yelp review too? 5 stars. Would steal again. Excellent gummy bears too. I think tomorrow we might see squirrels running a nut stand. You think Taylor Swift would buy something from it? The nut stand? Or the candy shop? I heard Travis eats those little seeds on bus trips before big games. You know which ones I'm talking about. Yeah, those little birdseed ones you can barely open. Not much meat in them, and people toss the shells everywhere, leaving a mess, right? Looks like what would happen to a bird buffet after a tornado. Exactly. That's why he drops so many passes, because they get stuck on his gloves. The seeds don't like pigskins too much, do they? They don't like anything except being all over in everyone's way, hand fumbling things up. Did you watch the Super Bowl? I tried to, but I found myself being mesmerized by one of Taylor Swift's friends. You mean the blonde, dressed like Desperately Seeking Susan? Yeah, and I hated myself for it too, because I had to keep praying that Travis made a play so the camera could show Taylor and her friend. So you actually had to cheer for Travis and the Chiefs? Let's not make too big of a deal of this. I had to see Taylor's friend, so I had to do some things, well, I'm not proud of. Like rooting for Travis? Like rooting for Travis. Jason would have been much easier to root for. He's always easier to root for. Always stalking the other side. They never sees it coming until it's too late. Then, bam! Yeah, amazing how a guy that big can blindside someone. It's like he's a ninja in a linebacker's body. Quick, silent, then wham! You're on the ground wondering what hit you. Speaking of sneaky moves, that reminds me of our gummy bear bandit. Do you think he'll come back for more? I wouldn't be surprised. Once you get a taste of them sugary treats, it's hard to resist. Maybe we should set up a gummy bear trap, you know, for science. Or we could start a new trend, wildlife-friendly candy stores. A little something for everyone. Squirrels, pigs, even hamsters. Imagine a bear serving as the cashier. Will that be cash or honey, sir? And a raccoon handling inventory. Those little bandits, they're natural at stocking shelves. This could be a hit. We'll make headlines. Local candy store employs furries. I can see the headlines now. Furries and friends, a sweet concoction. We should pitch this to a TV network. The Wild Sweet Tooth, coming soon to a screen near you. With special guest appearances by Travis and his seed snacks. And maybe Taylor Swift could write a song for the show. Bare Necessities, the remix. With a music video featuring forest creatures and Jason. It's just the kind of feel-good story we need. Sometimes all you need is a paw full of gummies to make your day bearable. And who knows? Maybe next week we'll see a moose sipping lattes at breakfast. Or maybe a sea lion managing our beach volleyball tournament. No flippers, no play. The possibilities are endless, Jimmy. What do you think Wilson would say about this? You know, his take on our animal-run candy shop. Wilson, he'd probably roll in and say, forget the island. This place is a sweet paradise. Well, I guess the backfield can feel like an island sometimes, especially with all those heavy hitters coming at you. Wilson's biggest challenge was staying inflated, not dodging tackles. I'm starting to think we're not talking about the same Wilson. Are you not talking about Wilson the volleyball from Castaway? No, I'm talking about Russell Wilson, the quarterback from Denver. Who knew there was another Wilson with expertise in survival skills and sweets? I've got to admit, a volleyball in a candy store does sound amusing. Imagine him in staff meetings, just sitting there, absorbing all the ideas, the silent sentinel of the candy shop. I bet he'd be great at conflict resolution too. No taking sides, just a calm presence that helps everyone cool down. That's true. He wouldn't interrupt, just silently agree or disagree. Hard to tell with him. And let's not forget his ability to form a bond. I mean, he became Tom Hanks' best friend in no time. That's a skill right there. Building relationships is key in any business. He'd be like the store's mascot and therapist rolled into one. You think he'd be okay with the animals though? I mean, a bear could be pretty intimidating. I think he'd handle it okay. He's seen worse, right? Sure has. But what about Russell Wilson? What if he was running the shop? Russell Wilson? He'd probably want to start a sports training camp for these animals. Quarterback bears and basketball gerbils. Can you imagine? Wilson coaching a bear to throw a football? That's a Super Bowl ad waiting to happen. Definitely. Wilson's Wildlife Sports Academy, where animals become athletes. And Travis could be the nutritionist. Seeds for Speed, his new diet plan. Yeah, and Taylor Swift could perform at the halftime show. Her new hit, Tackle Me and Score, with a choir of singing skunks. The cheerleaders could be kangaroos. They've already got the jump and the pouch for pom-poms. This is turning into quite the spectacle. We'll need a catchy name for the event. The Animal Bowl. It's football, but wilder. Sponsored by Gummy Bear King, the official snack of the Animal Bowl. We could even have a segment where animals predict the winners, like an octopus choosing between two teams. That octopus would have a better track record than most sportscasters, I bet. And for the finale, a parade, led by our original Gummy Bear Bandit, with a float made entirely of candy. Imagine the crowd's reaction. This could be more than a TV show, Purdy. It's a whole festival. Wildfest. A celebration of games, creatures, and candies. Perfect families entertainment. We could have workshops too. How to make your own gummy bears, hosted by the bear itself. And animal athletics, where kids learn sports from their favorite furry coaches. We should jot this down. It's not every day that you come up with a festival idea that's this golden. I'll grab a notepad. Who knew a bear stealing gummy bears would lead to this? It's amazing where a little imagination and a lot of gummies can take you. So, when do we start planning this thing? Right after we visit the candy store, for inspiration, of course. And maybe a bag or two of gummy bears, strictly for research purposes. Naturally, Jimmy, let's go make our sweet dreams come true. What if the bear comes? Or a gator with an attitude? A gator with an attitude? That'd be the day. We could have him in sunglasses, guarding the gummy aisle. Imagine that. An alligator as security. No ID, no gummies. And we could have a parrot as the announcer. Squawk! Welcome to the sweetest store on earth. Squawk! A parrot announcer would be a hit. Special on aisle 5, brought to you by Polly the Parrot. What if we get a troop of monkeys to do the restocking? They'd swing from aisle to aisle, making sure everything's topped up. Monkeys restocking? That'd be a sight. Clean up on aisle 7, courtesy of our monkey crew. We could even have a sloth at checkout, moving at his own pace. Your total is coming soon. A sloth at the checkout? I can see the customer reviews now. Great store, man, but you'll age a year at the checkout. And don't forget the pandas in customer service. Need help? Just bamboozle us with your questions. Pandas in customer service? Perfect. Returns are accepted, but only with a bamboo receipt. This place would be an animal kingdom. We'd need a map just to navigate through the different species. A map and maybe a safari guide. Next on our tour, the exotic birdseed section. Watch out for the parakeet flash mob. We could have a zebra crossing in the middle of the store. Please yield to crossing zebras. Zebra crossing ahead. Watch out for stripes. This is turning into a zoo, Purdy. A zoo with a twist. Where else can you buy gummy bears and get a safari experience? Only at our store, Purdy. We'll be the talk of the town. We'll have to expand, Jimmy. Next up, Wild Mart. A supermarket run entirely by animals. Wild Mart, I like it. Where shopping becomes a wild adventure. And for our grand opening, we could have the Gummy Bear Bandit cut the ribbon. With a special performance by the Parrot Choir, singing, "Sweet dreams are made of these." We'll have to write all this down, Jimmy. Wild Mart, it's not going to plan itself. You're right, Purdy. This will be our greatest adventure ever. To the drawing board. Who knows? Maybe that gummy bear loving bear will be our first official customer. With his love for seconds, we might just have to double our first day's stock. I'll bet he brings his own shopping bags too and fills them to the brim with gummy bears. But Purdy, what if Wild Mart gets some competition? How do we stay ahead of the pack? Competition? We'll outdo them with our own unique flair. How's about seasonal animal shows? Like a Christmas special with reindeer running the cash registers. Reindeer at the registers? I can see it now. Dasher and Dancer recommend our festive peppermint sticks. And for Easter, we could have bunnies running in every aisle. Hoppins around with baskets of chocolate eggs. Bunnies with baskets? Hop over for our Easter deals. We'll be unbeatable. Don't forget the summer special. We could have a pool party section with dolphins showing off their tricks. Dolphins doing tricks in the middle of the store? Come see Flipper's fantastic flips while you shop for flip-flops. And for Halloween, a haunted house run by owls and bats. Spooky savings and eerie encounters in aisle 13. A haunted house in a supermarket? That's genius. Get your ghostly goods and ghoulish treats. We could even host animal talent shows. Wild Mart's Got Talent, starring the juggling wildebeest and the piano-playing otter. Talent shows? I can picture it. Tonight on Wild Mart's stage, a singing turtle duet. For Thanksgiving, a turkey-themed cooking show right in the store. Gobble up these great deals. A cooking show with a turkey chef. Feast your eyes on our Thanksgiving specials. We'll keep things fresh and exciting. No one will be able to match Wild Mart's wildness. But Purdy, what do you think people will say when they step into Wild Mart? It's not every day you see a dolphin next to the dairy aisle. Oh, they'll be thrilled. Imagine the selfies. Here's me and a kangaroo at checkout. Selfies with kangaroos? That's definitely a draw. But what about the bathrooms? We can't have monkeys managing the mop. Bathrooms? We'll make them jungle themed with sound effects of rainforests. And maybe a parrot announcing, "Don't forget to wash your wings." Jungle themed bathrooms with parrot reminders? That's one way to ensure cleanliness. Remember, no littering, says Larry the parrot. And the sinks could be like little waterfalls. Kids would love it. Wash your paws under the waterfall. Waterfall sinks? Brilliant. Keep your hands as clean as a dolphin's fin. We could even have a mini aquarium by the hand dryers. Dry your hands while watching Dory and Nemo. An aquarium by the hand dryers? Wild Mart, where even drying your hands is a venture. Every corner of Wild Mart will be a surprise. From the aisles to the bathrooms, it's a wild ride. People will come for the groceries, but stay for the experience. Wild Mart, where shopping meets the safari. Wild Mart, the only place where you can buy bananas in a banana-themed bathroom while listening to a parrot sing. Just picture the look on people's faces when they step into Wild Mart. Surprises around every corner. Absolutely. Imagine walking in for milk and finding yourself face to face with a talking toucan, talking to you about the latest deals. Or turning a corner and stumbling onto a mini safari, complete with a friendly giraffe peeking over the shelves. I can see the customers now, shopping baskets in hand, jaws dropping as a choir of frogs serenades them in produce. The produce serenade? Fresh lettuce and a frog chorus, only in Wild Mart. And just think about the kids section. Story time with sleepy sloths hanging from tree branches above. Story time with sloths. Once upon a vine. That'll keep the little ones enchanted. We'll have secret paths between the aisles, like little jungle trails. Discover the hidden treasures of aisle 5. Jungle trails in a supermarket? That's a whole new level of shopping adventure. Explore the Wild Mart jungle, but watch out for cheeky chimps. And when they reach the dairy section, a cow mascot giving out samples tries our moveless cheese. A cow mascot in dairy? Got milk? Get it straight from the source at Wild Mart. We could even have interactive sessions, like learn to speak parrot in the parrot aisle. Parrot Lingo 101. Squawk, chirp, and speak with your feathered friends. Every visit to Wild Mart will be like stepping into a new world. But Purdy, what if our animal staff members leave some surprises of their own on the floor? You know, nature calls and all. Oh, the not so glamorous side of Wild Mart. We'll have a dedicated cleanup crew, maybe some industrious ants, or a dedicated team of dung beetles. Dung beetles on cleanup duty? That's one way to keep the aisles clean. Clean up on aisle 6. Clean up on aisle 6. Beetle Brigade to the rescue. And we can have signs up. Bewares of natural occurrences. Adds to the wild experience, don't you think? Definitely adds to the wildness. Watch your step. Our animals are free spirits. We'll need a special announcement for such occasions. Attention shoppers. Nature's surprise in aisle 3. Please avoid the area. Nature's surprise. I like that. Wild Mart, where the wild can't always be tamed. We can even have a mascot for them situations. Wally the cleanup walrus. No mess too big for him or too smelly. Wally the cleanup walrus, armed with a mop and a bucket, keeping Wild Mart spotless, one aisle at a time. Let's not forget the training. Our animal staff will have their own bathroom break areas. We'll train them, Jimmy, just like in the zoos. But Purdy, what if our gummy bear loving friend decides to make Wild Mart his personal buffet? He could eat through our inventory. You've got a point, Jimmy. A bear with a sweet tooth could spell disaster for the gummy bear section. Disaster for the gummies and for us. Wild Mart grand opening and closing. All eaten by a bear. We'll have to bear-proof our gummy stash. Maybe a special bear-safe display case. Like a bear bank vault. A bear bank vault for gummies. Now there's an idea. Only accessible by non-bears. No bears allowed. We could even have a decoy section. Fake gummies for our bear friend, so the real stash stays safe. Fake gummies, like a bear distraction tactic. Keep your paws off, Mr. Bear. These are for display only. If all else fails, we'll just have a bear day. Let him have his fill and then restock. Bear clearance day. Everything must go into the bear. Everything must go into the bear. Bear clearance day? That's one way to keep the inventory moving. And if we run out, well, it's off to the gummy bear factory. Sorry folks, the bear beat you to it. Gummy restock coming soon. We's promise. We'll make it an event. Bear ate all your gummies? Don't worry. More is on the way. Wild Mart, where shopping is a venture. And you never know who might beat you to the checkout. That's the spirit, Purdy. Let's make Wild Mart the most bearable shopping experience out there. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to follow me and subscribe. I like it when people touch the like button. I'm Purdy Brock Jenkins. Who am I again? Purdy Brock Jenkins. And don't you ever forget it. Or I'll remind you.